Hey guys, this is Nitesh, and we're here with Woolfe, the Red Hood Diaries. Now, this is a case that I actually feel kinda bad about. You know, one of the great things about a Let's Play is that it can bring attention to a game that might otherwise not get it. And unfortunately for this game, and again, I really do feel bad about this is coming too late. A bit of backstory here. This game is the studio that made it. It's their first game. And unfortunately, it passed so under the radar that it ended up getting completely missed. The game ended up flopping, and it's a Kickstarter project, and they actually had trouble sending out the Kickstarter rewards. And when I say sending out, I actually mean sending out. They said in the statement they couldn't afford the postage. So, unfortunately, this is... fucking hell. So, unfortunately, this is a little late for this game. But... I say... let's check it out anyway. Hopefully, the traffic will chill the fuck out at some point soon.
My name is Red Riding Hood. I have no father, no mother, no fear. An itching urge for vengeance is what brought me here. My father died in a work accident 4 years ago today. Well, I don't believe in accidents. I believe someone should pay. I came back to the city in search of answers, and for the man who ruined my life. B.B. Woolfe. So, in case you doubt it, this is no fairy tale, because there is nothing fair about it. I arrived 14 days ago and sought a place to hide. An old woman rented me this dusty attic, and since I must lay low, I left my room only at night.
So this is starting out a little on the cheesy side. Like, just a little bit.
I hadn't set foot in Ulrika since I was about 8 years old. I heard about its downfall from the papers Father brought home and the stories he then told. Though we lived in the forest, Father came to work here every single day and witnessed this once blooming city wilt and fade away.
Hey, make sure to unlock all information.
Granny hugged me goodbye with tears in her eyes. She handed me a basket filled with food. I promised to come back soon with answers, and with B.B. Woolfe's blood on my hood. Today is a big day, for after 2 weeks of exploration, I'm off to break into the city archives and retrieve some information. I'm not after a bloodbath. I want justice. So fingers crossed I get there without getting noticed.
justice with a side of bloodbath. Alright.
How this place has changed. The curfew cleared the streets and drapes went down along with the sun. B.B. Woolfe's iron fist was like a punch to Ulrika's face, bruising the memory of his late father's reign and the city's glory days.
So, that is some crazy jumping right there. So, you know, I just gotta say one thing about this. When you try to be edgy, usually the opposite is what happens. There's a fine line between edge and cheese. And when you're trying to be edgy, it does come across as a bit cheesy. Still, I do kind of like the setting here.
The only faces in Ulrika today are the ones on these posters. Hundreds of girls gone missing. Hundreds of families cut apart.
Alright, I get what you're doing here.
Aw, come on! That's not very pedestrian friendly.
Well, to be fair, neither is that collapsing platform. Ow. Holy shit, that was a lot of health taken off from there.
Over time, tin replaced flesh and blood. In the factory as well as in the streets, driving families into poverty and honest men to dishonest deeds. All the
Okay,
street
at
fighting
least
as a kid finally paid off.
sounds like it's like she can't decide if she's just this super serious, gonna come back with blood on my hood sort of thing, or if she's sarcastic. What?
Okay, so you guys keep on doing that and pretend I'm not here.
Yeah. See, like, right there, a bit of emotional whiplash with this character.
What a ghost town this has become. The truth behind my father's death was buried along with his body. Lips were sealed and the case was closed, but not for me. I had already lost a parent. This simply couldn't be. For weeks I cried. For months I couldn't speak. Until finally, I was done feeling so broken and weak. I asked Granny to teach me how to hunt and how to fight. Now, at last, I'm ready to make things right.
See, right there. Right there. Super serious, super... Yeah, I'm done feeling weak. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna take people down. And then... You know she's gonna have a sarcastic remark, like right about here.
Well, at least Woolfe was kind enough to install a cable ride across the river.
See?
Kudos.
See? You see that? Super serious, rhyming dialogue. Then the next scene. Hey look, cable ride. It's like... I do want to point out that right now her feet are pressed up against nothing. You know, it's like...
My biceps are gonna be sore tomorrow.
See, none of the stuff that I'm really pointing out is really like a killer for this game, but it is kind of something... It is kind of still something that I do consider like a bit of a flaw in the game. You know. Again, in no way a real killer for the game.
Don't mind me, guys.
I think this is the right way. You know, considering the fact that apparently her grandma taught her how to fight, there hasn't actually been any fighting yet. But you know, not strictly a bad thing. It'll be cool if it's like... It's a game where you have a bunch of options to fighting.
Where the investigation of Father's death was put to rest. I must get inside.
Alright.
Yeah, no way I can sneak past those bastards.
Okay, so... Ooh. Okay. Oh, I still don't have to fight him.
Back in boxes, where you belong.
Red, just don't worry about it. It's okay. You don't need to... actually finding a bunch of collectibles here and not really aiming for them.
These piles of paper, covered with dust and lies, might just contain a clue to help me uncover the truth. Suspect in the disappearance of Ulrika's women, and my father's death as well? Who is this creature from hell? An ugly face, hiding ugly secrets. And an even uglier contractor, so it seems. Looks like the sewer is my next stop. Well, I'm ready to crack open this can of worms. Now, how about a tin opener? Even better. Let's go find that filthy rat.
Alright, so it looks like we're going after the Pied Piper. I don't know, there was a sword there too. I would have probably preferred that one. Wow, that one guard had a name. Okay. Alright. So why is a heavy attack? It seems like even in the combat, at least at this early stage, there's ways you can approach it. Aside from just going in, axe flying, guns blazing. Okay. Alright. I wonder if these names popping up when I'm killing the guards, I wonder if those are the Kickstarter backers. Alright. So, heavy attack to initiate. Couple of quicker attacks, try to finish with a heavier attack. Alright, let's try it. Oop. Yeah, I missed with a couple of those attacks. Alright. Alright, so it seems at this early stage, they're keeping the damage low enough that, like, these guys aren't that big a threat. But I doubt that's gonna keep up as I go further on.
Mary sat beside me in 3rd grade. Her hair was fair, her skin so bright. Her mind, not so much. She copied my homework. I ate her lunch. One day, Mary's mother sat in the principal's office crying. We instantly knew. Yet another girl missing. Yet another mystery in tomorrow's paper. Her seat remained empty, as did mine the following day. For Father and Granny agreed the city was no longer a safe place for me to stay.
Hang on, I'm confused about the timing here. You said that was...
This is a part of town I've never been before. Wouldn't recommend it to visitors, that's for sure. Home to rats and bats, and to that musical piece of kidnapper scum. I can't wait to break his flute and make that bastard forever mute.
Okay, so voice actress got a little loud with that line. But hang on. How long has this kidnapping been going on? Because he said that happened in 3rd grade. How old are you at this point? Okay. Alright, these guys aren't dropping health. Okay. Actually, looking at the time, I might actually stop this first part right here. You know, what I gotta say about this game, just as, you know, just as the potential start of a series, is that it does have some potential here. You know, there's... How do I really want to put it? You know, it's got a world that it's built, and it's committing to that world. You know, it has a few inconsistencies, like just in the start of the game. You know, like I mentioned before, bit of mood whiplash with Red Riding Hood here. But as for, like, the design at this point, I kinda like the fact that none of these fights have been just straightforward, run in, axe flying. You know, there's always been some other way you could approach it. That's actually pretty cool. Just had to stop talking a second there because we had a motorcycle and a plane go by at the same time. Seriously, how does that happen? But anyway, you know, the controls, you know, controls are definitely nice and functional. So far there haven't been any, like, big changes in the combat style just yet. So, you know, we're gonna want to see what happens with that. Seems like the progression is going to be just all story based at this point, which, again, nothing wrong with that. So, I'd say at this point, I might want to actually play a little further, see where this game goes. Anyway, that's going to be it for now. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, keep enjoying the videos, and subscribe to help the channel and see more.